What's up, guys? Reggie and Chris, another episode of the Traveler Podcast. And today we are going to talk about goal setting.
Subscribe,
And don't forget to subscribe,
like,
share,
follow,
and like.
all of it. Make it your goal for this year to subscribe to one podcast, this one.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
All right. So, Chris,
So, Reg,
why is goal setting so important?
I don't know. I already know what I want and how to get it. I hate writing things down. I'm very self-conscious.
What? Okay.
Those are all excuses.
Is that supposed to be?
It's like satire. You understand what satire is?
I
It's
know
like
now.
You like make fun of.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's a new word for you?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. So I'm just saying that when you ask somebody, you writing goals? No, I don't believe in that. Why? I kind of know what I want and you know how to get it. I hate writing things down. And I'm a little self-conscious of it. So here is a CY proverb.
Ooh.
You ready?
I'm ready.
It's a big one. Having no goals leads you anywhere and everywhere, but in the end, leaves you nowhere. That's pretty heavy. When you start out on a trip, you got the GPS all charged up, you're all ready to go. Why? Tells you where to go.
Tells you where to
How
go.
to get there, how much time it takes you, right? When this month, at the end of the year, and the beginning of next year, but mainly the beginning of next year, in 2026, we're right there, right? You're going to have corporations come out and they're going to post quarterly results. Why would they do that? Why is a corporation that's traded publicly as a stock post quarterly results? Because they're results. They have goals and predictions of their sales, their profit margins, and then basically the profits per share. How much they make per share. When they hit those goals, the stock typically stays the same, might bump up a little bit, but if they miss those goals, if they miss those projections, the stock takes a hit.
Yep.
Okay? So, let me see for a minute. So if Apple Computer that's worth trillions of dollars has goals, why doesn't John Doe Smith have goals? For everyday living.
That's a good way of putting it.
Everyday living, right? And writing our goals, okay? Right here, this is, I think I've got 5-6 years worth of goals here. If you notice, I can't, that one's, can't look on the back of it. Yeah, look at this one. You notice you got a little sizzling going on here, man. What's happening right now?
It's on my side.
Is that on your side?
I think it's on
No,
my
I gotta
side.
worry about getting shocked then. That's a blooper, apparently. So, if you look at this paper, if you have a green, orange, yellow piece of paper, and you have your goals typed out, right, and written and typed out, and they're with your everyday living, and you see that, what are you going to do? It's not white paper.
No.
It's green paper.
Forces you.
You're going to gravitate towards it.
Yep, forces
You know, it's
you.
very, very, very effective, you know. So remember that one of the most damaging things that we can do is nothing. Because when we do nothing, it's usually because we are fearful, right? We're afraid. What are you afraid of? Well, not making it. Okay. Big deal.
Let's stop right there.
No, stop. I want to continue, Reggie.
Well,
Just hang on a minute, Reggie. I might answer the question.
Ooh, keep going.
No,
keep
that's all
going.
right, Reggie. You already interrupted me. Go ahead. What do you want?
In the last 3 weeks, I've heard from several people that the reason why they don't do stuff is because they're afraid to fail.
Yes. Well, guess what? If you don't start, how do you know if you're going to make it or not if you don't start? Michael Jordan used to say that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You don't take a shot, how are you going to score? You don't set a goal, how are you going to achieve anything if you don't set a goal? If you don't set a goal for making a destination in 10 hours, well, what's to prevent it from making 12 hours or 13 hours or 14 if you don't even know? I'm just going to get there when I get there. No big deal. Fear is polarizing, man. Polarizing. It's horrible. It's a horrible way to live, to be fearful of achieving something. Okay? It just doesn't even make any sense, right? Yeah. So, fear is real. It's real. Every year, when the kids were growing up, they set goals. I would have them write down what their goals were. One little piece of paper. They would write down little things that were important to them. And we talk about it. And we talk about it throughout the year. And they knew Dad had goals. Right goals. Every single year. Every year. I went back in preparing for this part of the podcast. And as far back as I could find on my computer. Well, first of all, I don't have with me, but I have a calendar. Old school calendar, right? I don't have one with me. And I'm old school. I don't do like invites through email and all this kind of stuff and appointments online. If I want to see you and we have an appointment, it's written down in my, it is physically written down, handwritten by me in my calendar. I get the same calendar every single year. I just got one for 26, right? So, but in that calendar, I have these right here. Things to do list. Stop looking at it. It's very private. And this things to do list has 11 things that are on it every single day. Every day. I made a copy and I wrote 4 things at the top and 7 things at the bottom. Number 1, read and pray. Read goals. Open and respond to all voicemails, all emails. 4, update calendar. Other side. 7, 5 affirmations every day. Nothing to do with physical. All, I am loved, forgiven, saved, I'm creative, I'm energetic, I'm athletic, I'm healthy, whatever. Okay? Anything that has to do with your character, not your physical appearance. Just things that you're doing as an individual. Okay? So 5 of those every day. 2, send, that's too personal. I can't tell you that. Number 2. Almost said it. 3, exercise. 4, call friends or family. Okay? 5, hope and equip work. Do something for hope and equip. 6, read 15 minutes per day. Now, I don't mean, let's be clear, I don't mean this or this. I mean, read a book, right? Read a book. Read something that's healthy for you, okay? And 7, my new one. I added this one in February after I climbed Kilimanjaro. 7, discomfort. Do something that's uncomfortable. Discomfort. Right? Every day. This is stuff every day. These are goals every single day that I read. Every single day. In my work day. Okay? Let me give you some other examples. I got to watch my time. We got a lot of stuff to cover. And we're already burned through 9 minutes, it looks like.
9 minutes?
Yeah. 5. Call somebody. Review a file on my cash flow. 9. Review file on my inventory of loans. I'm skipping stuff.
Every day.
Every day. Well, not every day. These are different tasks. The 11 I gave you are every day. These are just something I do to write down things, right? Sent out 3 family print to bid in Iowa. Check on Sycamore. Get oil change in my truck. Rotate the tires. Review the Sycamore meeting. Review file for one of my builders. Review file for payroll. And I got my staff, things to do with them. Hot items every day. I get hot items from my main basically my assistant. She's my right hand, June. Hot items. These are super important. Every day I get that. Let's see, something about Iowa. Review Hope and Equip Balance. Review HUD. Review another HUD. HUD is a closing statement. Do an insurance audit. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, this is stuff I do every day. I have old school things to do list. That's goals. That's goals that I do. You can do that. Is that hard? Is any of that hard?
No. Not at all.
What's to fear? Nothing. Just a fear. Here's one that I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but this is important for people to understand, to make it simple. Okay? I have right here with me, I had to rewrite this because it was so there was too many red marks, which red means I've done it. Okay? Things to do when I am bored, have idle time, can't sleep. This is a list of like 20 things. Okay? Pay for family, friends, hope and equip, faith, read, listen to a podcast, call a friend from my faith circle, exercise, write things to be thankful for, read out loud, breathing exercises. Oh, here's my wife's favorite. Dishes, laundry, garbage. Walk, run with Maverick, the dog. Write handwritten thank you notes just because. Horrible at that. Read this list. That's a goal. Read the list is a goal. Sit in a deer stand. Love to do that. Take a hike or a walk. Visit grandma's. Work on receipts, hope and equip. Work on stock picks, buy and selling. Show empathy, compassion, love to my wife. Practice golden rule, all aspects of my life. Run in the woods, minimum of 4 miles. That's it. Yeah, those are daily things that I can do when I have more than 3 hours or whatever it is supposedly that we have that's extra in our dailies. So those are examples that I use, myself. None of that is like overwhelmingly crazy hard. It's just being purposeful and thinking about it, right? So.
Comfort zone.
What is it?
Comfort zone.
Comfort zone. You mean the discomfort?
Yes.
What about it?
So.
I love the discomfort.
That's the thing.
Love it. Love it.
Do you think that a lot of people, because they like to be in that comfort zone of not doing goals, it's hard for them to make goals? It's kind of like when you're saying, like, how many goals then should you have? Should you write? Well, where do you start if you haven't been, if this is not something you do on a consistent basis, where do you start? Because it's a big undertaking for somebody.
At the top of the page. There's 3 areas that you should have goals. Number 1, that most people think about, is business and financial. Okay? Here's a list right here. You can't see this, hopefully, up front. I'll just keep doing this so you can't really look at it. Or just blur that out. But here's an example of 20 goals in 2017 that I set for my company and personal financial goals. Sell something, close something, buy something, pay down debt, those kind of things. But 20 is the most important. Here's 20. Smile more. Laugh out loud often. Slow down. This is 2017. Focus on others before myself. Play hard. Easy. Acknowledge to others, our blessings come from God. That's in a financial start. Okay? Here's one in 2018 I dug out. And this is, okay, that's one. The first category, right? Business. Personal. Okay. Or excuse me, business and financial.
Right.
Here's the second area. Personal, self-improvement, marriage goals. All those are all wrapped into one, okay? And that includes, when you say self-improvement, that includes mind and physical, right? Mind and physical. I'm just going to rip through some of these. We're already a third of the way through our podcast. We had a lot to cover, okay? Read 1 book a month.
Oof.
Rotate between pleasure, self-improvement every other month, and spiritual every other month. Here's a big one. This is huge for me. Practice 24-hour rule in all circumstances when conflict or potential for conflict. No exceptions. If there's conflict, I cannot respond. I need to wait 24 hours. Mandatory for me. Listen to a podcast once a week. Clean out emails once every Friday. Empty out one box by either shredding or storing per week. Clothes, paperwork, whatever. Items to our new home. Started home. House billing. That's weird. Run 4 times per week. Treadmill or outside. Prefer outside. Enter in 3 5Ks. It's just 2018. 3 5Ks, which I did. Enter and run the State Street Mile. State Street Mile they used to have a race. Downhill. Downhill is awesome. There's a couple people that did it in like 4 minutes and change, like 4:10, 4:15. Crazy race, yeah. Some push-up stuff, some plank stuff, date night stuff, good morning to my wife, walk or run with my wife twice a week, plan 4 getaways, myself and my wife, 7 to 10 day trip outside the USA, started an estate plan. Here's an interesting one. Formulate new team for a nonprofit foundation by 3/30/2018.
Whoa.
And we organized that in the late fall of 2018, and we founded Hope and Equip in February of 2019. Yeah. So, yeah. Now I'm going to skip around a little bit because I'm kind of bouncing a little bit. This is important. So now you go to 2023. First goal. Company goals, personal financial goals. First goal. Work on the business, not in the business. Yeah, that's a big one, man. Yeah. And then, and I had that same one about smile more, laugh out loud more, slow down, focus on others. That's always there. Yeah. Those are just a few that, to kind of get in mind. But the thing of it is, writing the goals down, it commits you. Mm-hmm. I mean, it commits you. You have to think about what you're writing. You're just not randomly, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not saying, hey, run a marathon. I haven't ran since I was, 27. I'm 66, but in 3 months, I'm going to run a marathon. No, that's dumb. You're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. You start out with a 5K and a 10K. If you like it, then maybe you do a half marathon, and if you're good at that, then maybe you scooch into it. Yeah. Like, for example, my brother, last couple of weeks we've been talking, we used to run this, they call it the Peachtree 10K. It's down in Hotlanta, right? Like July 4th. The largest 10K in the world. 60,000 people run this race in downtown Atlanta on July 4th. And let me tell you, it is stinking brutally hot. Brutally hot. One of the times I ran it, okay, my brother and I were we're on like the last 10th, you're heading downhill, right? He's ahead of me. I go busting by him and tapped him on the shoulder. He starts scooching up. We literally tied to the 100th of a second. We tied.
What?
But I told him I won because Chris comes before Dave. So I won. I won. But I committed to him. I haven't ran it in, I don't even know, 5 years or so, 6 years. I committed to him. I'm running it again next year. I need to run it again. Discomfort, big time. It's going to be super hard because I only run 3 miles, 3.5. So for me to bump up to 6, it's going to take some work, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready for another challenge. But goals have to be realistic, right? They have to be realistic. I mean, if you, for example, let's say you have $50,000 worth of debt. Okay? I'm not talking about cars. I'm not talking about houses. I'm talking about just credit card debt and dumb stuff, right? Student loans. And let's say between you and your wife, you make $70,000 a year. You're not going to pay that $50,000 off in 1 year, but you can do it in 3 years, maybe 2. But that requires significant lifestyle changes. The first thing you do is you take the credit cards, you put them in a little Ziploc bag, and you throw them in the freezer. They're done. Don't use them anymore. And you pay them off. You pay the high interest loans first, and then the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But the goals have to be realistic. They have to be realistic, and we have to keep track of them. That's why we read them every day. And guess what? You time this so that if you look at like some of my company goals here, 12/31/17, okay, 3/31/17. Let's see, some other ones here. 3/30/19, 2019, 2/15/2019, 1/31/2019, 12/31/2019, 1/31/2019, 4/30/2019. See, you set goals within the goals, right? And reset them every quarter. And as you achieve them, you put a little X by them.
That was going to be my question.
You keep track. I mean, when you hit this goal, you don't read it no more. You did it. You achieve it. Put some easy ones in there. Put some stuff that you know you can do.
Right.
Get up at 6 o'clock every day. Get more sleep. Right? She's Ronnie. Get more sleep every day. Right? Whatever it is. Set things that are realistic. And give yourself some credit for that. Get some momentum. Feel good about yourself. Get the mental thing going.
Get some quick wins.
Yeah. Get some wins. Yeah.
What about reading it? Reading the goals. What does that do compared to just not hearing yourself talk?
Well, let's see. What about reading? I think, do we need a break? Okay. Okay, so what about reading the goals? You have to read them every single day.
Every single day?
Every day. And you have to do it in the morning. You've got to do it in the morning. Mandatory you do it in the morning.
Please elaborate.
If you write something down, you've committed it. That's number one. That's why you write it down. 2, why do you read it in the morning? You just read, you put something into your brain and your subconscious. So throughout the day, you're going to be thinking about that subconsciously. And you will work and do things that you normally wouldn't do. Okay? You're normally not going to do those things. But because you read about it, your subconscious starts to work. And when you do this day, it becomes habitual. And pretty soon, you're thinking about that, right? About how I can be a better husband, right? You're thinking about, how can I plan a vacation with my family? You're thinking about, how can I pay off that loan? You're thinking about, how can I lose 10 pounds? Whatever it is. But you got to write it down and you got to read it. That's just, there's no shortcuts, man. There's no shortcuts. You feel so good, too. You feel so good when you start hitting these things. You feel great. You feel happier, you feel at peace, you just, it's amazing. And the other thing, too, is %80 of goals that people set, within 2 weeks, they're done. Proven fact. They're done. And I dare you right now, I dare you, listeners, viewers, I dare you, go to a gym on January 1st. Count the cars. Count the cars at the gym. Go back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. What happens? Back to normal.
Back to normal.
Back to normal. You might have a little bump here and there, but because people get discouraged. Because lifting weights for me at age 66, I don't like it, I hate it. But I hate it. I despise it. But once I do it, I feel better. And once I do it for once a week, now twice a week, guess what? the muscles don't hurt as much, my recovery's faster, and it's easier. And all of a sudden, I look better, I feel better. Man, I get, hit the gym, do my weights. I got a gym in the basement that we use, one of our bedrooms turned into a gym. Got a sauna in there. Oh my gosh. Do the workout, have the tunes going, listen to my jams, listen to my tunes. Before I go to my workout, I do basically, 7 exercises, 3 sets, a minute each, rest a minute in between. Hit the sauna. Turn the sauna on, warm that puppy up. By the time I get in the red light sauna, she's cooking, 140 degrees, baby, in there for 30 minutes. Then I take the cold shower. Wow. Discomfort, discomfort, discomfort. But the gain. No pain, no gain. You gotta have a little pain. You gotta have a little discomfort. But let me tell you, man, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Are those the benefits that you can see from goal setting? What you just mentioned about the quick wins and...
Yeah, I think that when you build, one of the cool things about this here is, I go back and look at this.
That's freaking cool.
And I feel like, wow, I have 19 things on here. I only missed 2. I did a lot today. I feel productive.
Because you were able to track it.
Yes. Goal setting is the same thing. That's what this is. This is a mini goal setting.
And your calendar was like that? Like what?
Yeah, these are inside my calendar. I didn't bring my calendar, but inside my calendar, I have 40, 50, 60 of these. So I can go, sometimes I got to go back and cheat and say, oh, what was that phone number again? I missed that. And, oh, I did that in November. I got to look that up, transfer it. So I keep it. And then I transfer it to my...
Let me see that. Not the goals. I just want to see the format. What calendar?
I don't know if I can share that. Is that okay? Is this legal?
This is great. This is solid.
Oh, yeah. I have some
easy to track.
I have 30, 40 of these in my office right now.
Where did you get the calendar?
Blank. What's that?
Where did you get a calendar?
This?
The calendar, yeah, to get the
calendar is literally a calendar.
Right, right.
It has like Monday, all the days.
Right. Did you make
Sunday
that?
and Saturday are half. No. This is crazy. Good question. So a friend of mine was a regional basically vice president, like a district manager for an insurance company. One of his agents, this is another reason I do this, one of his agents survived a 3rd level audit with the IRS. At the 3rd level, the IRS agent, he had all these. He gave them to him. He took one look at him and says, we're done. You're good.
What?
Oh, yeah. Keeps track of everything on here. They can see anybody that has this much detail and is this thorough, they're good. Yeah. I have, in my home, I have right now calendars, like I'm telling you. I have I think the oldest one I have is back in 2003 or 4. And I have all these in there. I don't care about the IRS, but I want my children or others to look at it and say, wow, this is pretty cool. He did this back then. It's like a history of what he was able to do. That's another reason for goal setting. You're creating basically a blueprint, of your history, right? You're creating basically a peek into a window of your history.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Never really thought about it that way.
Yeah. It's really cool. The box is jammed full. I got like 2 of them now. I have them all in. I have my goals in there, right with them, because my goals are in my calendar, right? They're in my calendar, and I have all my things to do list in there. Yeah.
That's solid, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's real solid. Yeah.
That's solid. Do you think that goal setting becomes more of a mindset thing to reach the goal?
I think that your mind transforms as you read the goals. You read the goals. What's this paper again? And you read the goals. And you focus on the goals. I have things in here like paying down debt and all the kind of stuff that you can imagine that we've talked about in other episodes. They're all in here, They're all in here. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that this is supposed to be common sense, but it's not really, because it still hits me when you say, in order to transform your mind, you have to hear yourself say it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, another little trick too. This is a big one. They're all big, but this is a really cool one. Okay? Popo won't like what I'm about to tell you.
Who?
Popo, please. They won't.
Like who?
They won't like what I'm about to say. But you don't have to cover it up. But in your rearview mirror. In your rearview mirror. Take your most important goal and tape it to your rearview mirror. Tape it. Every time you look at that puppy, there it is. Bam. Rotate it. It can be spiritual, physical, financial, personal. Whatever it is, tape it. And nobody's going to get upset at you this, except maybe your wife or your spouse. But take some of your goals and take them to your mirror in your bathroom. Oh yeah. When you're shaving or brushing your teeth or getting ready, boom, there it is. It's right in front of you. Yeah. Again, it's all about the mindset. You're slowly transforming your mind into things that you can do. You know? And to be honest, your goal, what a cool goal this would be. Can you imagine if every day the 5 affirmations you say about yourself, they're in your mirror. You read that every single day. I think I've shared this. I don't know have I shared this before about that? About this? Of course, you don't know. I'm going to ask you, so how do you know?
You're going to ask me about affirmations?
Yes. Have we not talked about this?
No, this doesn't sound familiar.
All right, so when I was doing some really, really deep therapy, like there's a lot of stuff we haven't got into yet about my background. And I battled with, handling some things. And then after my 7th therapist, I finally found one, okay? Well, he pushed me, like he should have, into doing something I never thought I could do. And I went, this is like, I think 4 years ago. I went to Nashville, on the outskirts of Nashville. And I was in an intensive, let's call it an intensive. Was there 6 days. No cell phone, no computer, no contact with my wife. Okay? And I'm in a facility with 7 people. This wasn't chemical or drugs or alcohol, nothing like that. This was just therapy, helping you with some trauma I had experienced. And they said to me, if you say 5 affirmations about yourself every day, 90+% of the time, it is more effective than going to a psychiatrist and getting medicine.
That's crazy. What?
5 per day. That is a form of goal setting. Talking about yourself. Talking about the things that you're good at. The things that make you who you are.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that could be a set of goals right there. So, yeah.
That's powerful, just all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different way of approaching a lot of doubts maybe that you might have once you start implementing some of this stuff.
Winner, chicken dinner.
You must be hungry.
No. Just came out.
What are some of the benefits?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. So, the mindset training, the self-talk. We all talk to ourselves, right? And guess who's listening?
You.
We are.
Yep.
Right? So the mindset training, talking about ourselves and feeling good about ourselves and giving ourselves affirmations is significant. The subconscious at work. We talked about that a little bit. But you don't think sometimes that the littlest things that we can achieve matter, but they do. I remember when I was suffering majorly financially. I was losing money there's like a big hole. Money just kind of pouring out of there, right? Just crazy stuff. And I remember getting on a brush hog machine, a bush hog. You see them on the side of the road when they're mowing the highways. That's considered a bush hog. Okay?
Yeah.
I remember bush hogging lots in 2010, 11, 9 for banks and making money. I'm on a machine making money. Mowing lots to make $1,000.
Wow.
I would sell a piece of granite and make $500. I would sell hardwood flooring and make $300. But the mindset, I was doing something. Just something. So small, so insignificant in the theme of where I had been, right? But man, it made me feel productive. It made me feel, like I was contributing, And the same thing with our goals. You don't think that it's a big deal to take your wife out, say, or your husband out, or your best friend once a week to dinner. Or not even dinner. Make them dinner. Once a week. Significant. It's huge. That's a little thing that we can do that has impact for who knows. The ripple, right? The ripple effects. Like when you take a rock and you skip it,
and you see it.
Ripples. You don't know how far those go.
Right.
They go for a long, long, long time. Yeah. I remember one time an elder at our church, Norval, who's since passed. Him and I, Wednesday, we go out calling. We go see people Wednesday afternoons.
What?
Orlo's my buddy. We just go see people, right? And it's crazy. And we're in a parking lot over by Target. Okay? And we were on a break or something. Oh, he was thirsty. So he had to go get some water. I'm in his truck. He comes back, and some guy comes up to him and says, hey, he says, I have a real problem. He said, I'm out of gas. I don't have any money. Could you help me with some money? Well, Noah says, hang on a minute. Goes back, opens up his truck. He's got like 2 5-gallon cans of gas filled up.
What?
Yeah. Filled the guy's car up with gas. He's prepared. You never know. What impact does that have on someone? You don't know, man. Right. You don't know. You don't know. Setting goals, it's the same thing. You don't think it's important to do the little things? Come on, man. Of course it's important. Of course it's important. Dude, here's a cool thing to do. You should try this with your kids. So we used to do this with our kids. So there's 4 of us, just like you, right? The only difference is Carissa was older, Shane was younger. So we would sit around the table. This is kind of way off goal setting, but it kind of is and it isn't. It's just spending time with your kids. That's a goal a lot of times. It needs to be, right? And we would sit around the dinner table and we would put all our names. And we pick a name. Couldn't use your own name. You pick a name out of the bowl. Oh, tonight I'm Carissa. That's Shane and Chris's mom. And we would all switch roles. And for dinner, we would play the role of each other. And let me tell you, man, you do not realize how much your kids pick up on you when you do that. How much they are watching and paying attention, how you sound to them. It is awesome. It is awesome. But again, it's just a little trick, just a little thing to do to have fun with your kids, and your family. And have fun, Doesn't cost anything.
Right.
But, and we would always, and when they started high school, we would rotate. Every Monday, we would rotate, have a family time. They would pick a game, they would have a little devotion, talk a little bit about God, and each one of them would tell about their week. What's going on with your week? What happened this week? Who did you see this week? What's going on? And how's homework and whatever. Every Monday we would do that all through high school.
That's awesome.
So little things. those are goals in my mind. Those are goals with your family that you should be doing, that we should be doing to keep things, keep things together. And other things too. Let me pull up the family one again here. The last goal that I had, always had, was love God, love people, all day, every day. And try to do, I have to write that down, because if I don't, then I get a little sideways on me.
Basic, but you'd be surprised.
Yeah, but you got to write it down. You got to write it down. You got to read it. How do you do that? Right? How do you do that? How do you remember to do that? It's hard, man. We get all this stuff coming from everywhere. Just pulling at us, and listen to my podcast, and post. Look at my post. Look at my selfie. Okay. Did I tell you about the time we were in India last year coming home? I can't remember if I talked about that or not.
Yeah, you told me about India.
About the selfie.
About the lady in the airport?
Yeah. We talked about that, right?
Yes, you did.
It's unbelievable. You would think that she was trying out for some photo shoot or something. Her and her daughter were literally jumping in midair to get this perfect pic, and the camera was on the ground or whatever. I'm like, I looked, what is she doing? And then I realized after the second or third time they had some timer, and they're like,
selfie.
So you're that important? You think that we care about you jumping in an airport?
I do have one question for you.
Yes.
When you set your goals, you still have other outside sources that are pulling for your attention. How do you minimize the noise and still focus on what's
Give
on
me an
there?
example.
This is a good one. I think on Mondays or Tuesdays, when I try to get a hold of you, it's let's chat tomorrow because today is spreadsheet day, or today is my marketing meeting day. It's already on the schedule, and you're able to kind of hey, you're not on this today, so.
Yeah, there's certain segments of time that I block away that you cannot penetrate. Those are impenetrable. Those are my times to focus on the business, not in the business.
And it doesn't necessarily only be business, it's other things too.
Of course. Yeah, Mondays is a good example. Typically, if you notice, whenever we have a meeting on Mondays, I try to do it at 11 or after.
Yeah.
I want to get my week started and kind of get my head around everything that's kind of going on. Yeah. But stick to it. But I guess the whole point of it is these things work, but you have to do them. And don't set silly, unrealistic goals because you'll get discouraged. You fall flat. You don't want to do that.
Right.
And whatever you do, don't share them with anybody but your spouse and your loved ones. Don't share them. It's none of their business, right? You can share what I did. These are old goals.
Right.
But that's nobody's business. Number one, not your business. Number two, all the grumbling. You don't want to hear that. You don't need a grumbling. You don't need that. And ask your spouse for input. Is there something on here I'm missing that we need to be doing as a family? Yeah. Lately, Sandy gives me this email every day. It's called Please. Today it was the cardboard box. The cardboard box that's by the front door. Please move that. And there's a bunch of boxes in front of my car. There's starting to be too many of them. Let's see, what else was there? Oh, your clothes that you did laundry in, those aren't, can you please put those up? And then remind me of something else. She gives me, please, is the email, please, which I know what it means. It means she's got 3 or 4 things for me to do. And that's fine. I'm okay with that.
She is smart. Remember that time we were driving? I was in Virginia, and you guys were driving in the car. And then I had said something, and she's kind of like, "Oh, yeah, you remember?"
Yes.
Oh, she's smart.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's kind of an agreement we have, because she would say, "Hey, can you do this to me tomorrow? Can you do this for me?" So I tell you what, it's 7:00 at night. I'm tired. Can you email me what you want? And so that started. So now I get the please email.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it works because it helps me help her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So.
This is a great episode, guys.
It is. Goals are great, man.
Goals are
I
great.
love goals. I love seeing them crystallize. I love seeing them happen. I love seeing the changes in my life that I make because of them.
Yeah, and the new year is going to be upon us.
Got to set them. It's here. The new
So-
year is here. The new year is here.
So,
Yeah. So set them.
Let's
Set them. Hit it. Go.
Let's get familiar and let's kind of
Yeah.
get the goals going.
2026, we got 4 or 5 epis we're going to be recording.
Yeah,
I think they're going to really enjoy.
that's right.
Yeah.
All
As
right,
we
man.
continue to improve, right? That's our goal.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
All right.
See you guys next
See you
week.
next time.